Hello, good morning. Today I'll take you the steps of, now I'm going to take you through the steps of oiling the sewing machine, and we are going to talk about oiling and caring for the sewing machine. So when you are oiling a sewing machine, you start with this. These arrows are showing you where to oil. You get your oil. This one oil, has many purposes. So you get the bottle, you oil like this. You start oiling the sewing machine. You oil the sewing machine like this. You put the oil. You also open this part. You oil. You put the oil in the sewing machine. When you are going to oil this part, the bobbin part, the shuttle, you remove this one, the bobbin. Then you oil here in the feed dogs. You oil in the feed dogs. We are oiling our sewing machine. You need to oil this sewing machine so that it can work effectively. Oiling a sewing machine. These are the steps of how to oil a sewing machine. You have to oil it properly so that it can move with ease, to avoid machines from rusting. So we are going to also oil these downer parts, as you are seeing. So when you don't oil them, they easily break. See, now it is dry. There are even webs inside, so you have to clean. You can get a piece of cloth. You get a piece of cloth. You first dusting. You remove dust from the sewing machine. Dust also. You remove the dust from the sewing machine like we are removing the dust. You make sure that our sewing machine is clean. Then after doing that, make sure it is clean, no dust is inside. You dusting it properly. This is the procedure. You have to dust in the sewing machine so that it has no dust. Then you get your oil. You start oiling. Oiling, we are caring for our sewing machine. If you oil it, it will live longer. We are oiling the sewing machine. Oiling the sewing machine. You have to put oil. But Maki, you have to do it in the evening. You don't do it in the morning when you are going to work. You do it at night when you are finished sewing. You oil so that you oil it very well. Oil it very well. Every part you oil. You oil. You oil. You run it smoothly so that the oil enters properly. You oil it like this. You run it properly. Properly. Yeah, like that. We are oiling our sewing machine. After oiling, the next thing we are going to do, now we have finished oiling, you have to remove the dust from the feed door. So you can remove the shuttle. You remove the shuttle like this. This is the shuttle. Remember, you remove that. I think you can see the dust inside here. It has accumulated. The dust has accumulated in the shuttle, so we need to remove it. Have to remove that dust for effective use. You can get like a small needle, or you use the seam ripper to start taking off the dust. That dust, you have to remove it properly. You remove the dust. Make sure it is well cleaned. You remove all those dusts. You remove the dust. You clean it properly like this. You clean You clean, make sure the needle is up to avoid it from piercing you. You clean it like this. This is how we clean it. So when it is clean, now you clean the other parts. You get our shuttle, you clean it like this. You get a cloth, you don't put water. You get a cloth, you get a cloth like this. Clean it very well, so that there are no dusts inside. It has to be a clean sewing machine for effective use. It has to be clean. Clean all your materials using oil. We don't put water because water will make it to rust. So we are cleaning our sewing machine, polishing it so that it can work for us effectively. Next, we are going to add the rules. We don't eat on the sewing machine. Because if this salt goes into the sewing machine, it will destroy it. So you are not expected to come with your cassava. You are not expected to come with water. You are not expected to eat near the sewing machine. You have to take that in note, because if you do that, it can easily destroy your sewing machine. Next is caring for it. As we care for our sewing machine. So after working, the last thing, when you have finished working, everything is done. The next thing, when you have done with your work, you get a piece of cloth. You have to cover. If the day's ended, you are going home. You have to leave your sewing machine when it is clearly covered to avoid dust. Thank you.